Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Windsor Racecourse here on Monday. It is the 17th of June, 2024. Going to look at the 5th race at 7:30 from Windsor, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for racecourses around the world, and also join me tomorrow for day one of the Royal Meeting for Mascot. Good Queen Anne Stakes this year, so I hope you join me for my preview of the Queen Anne Stakes and all the other stakes races on the program tomorrow from Royal Ascot and throughout the week. But it's going to be a good week of racing. But let's look at this 5th race, the 7:30 from Windsor, which is a good one. It's the Fitzgerald Windsor Handicap. It's Class 3 handicap going for a $23,500 purse. Race for 3-year-olds only. Horse rate 76 to 95. 7 horses are contesting 1,200 meters or 6 furlongs on the turf course. Going to take the 6-horse Sky Warrior as a top selection. 673 for me in the tri-cast trifecta. 673 tri-cast trifecta. Top selection is 6-horse Sky Warrior. 3-year-old colt by Maymouse here. Clive Cox trains. Russ Orion gets the mount. The horse's most recent out came 31st of May at Doncaster. Almost at Dundalk, excuse me. 7 furlongs on very yielding ground, almost the softer side of yielding, and a Class 4 handicap. And I don't think this horse liked the very gooey going. He finished 7 by 21 lengths and was on the drive, not excelling. Wheels were spinning. It just wasn't a recipe for success. Refreshing here on faster ground. A little up in Class 2 a Class 3, but I think this horse is properly handicapped to handle the Class 3 with the step up, and I think he could get a trip to win with a little quicker ground. His race here last June wasn't bad at all. 2 back, he ran a Lingfield on the 11th of May, 7 furlongs in a Class 4 handicap, and he finished second by 1/4 lengths that day, and he was traveling well early on. He kind of yielded late. I do think he just got outdistanced that day. Maybe he just wanted to cut back from his previous trip, but, I thought he ran okay for the first 6. Final furlong, not so much. And then prior to that, Kempton off the bench, 6 furlongs on the poly track in a Class 2 novice race, finishing 7 by 5 1/4 lengths that day. He had a very wide trip that day, and he took a scenic tour around the race course. He was just wide throughout and just never was really comfortable that day. It wasn't his day to win. But in his maiden victor at Doncaster over the 6 furlongs in the Class 5 main race last summer, went in by a half length. He had to be used a lot that day, and he was kind of yielding late, but he got the job done. A very good, pretty performance. And then his only race locally here in the 5th of June over the 6 in the Class 4 novice race, finished 4th by 1 3/4 lengths. The 2 in front of him really just had the better turn of foot than him, but he got around the race course well. He's refreshing here off some decent runs. Should see fast ground. He could win. I think the 7 horse, the good biscuit for David Probert and Jack Cannon can win also. His win here, win at Lingfield over last July over the 6 in a Class 5 novice race was quite nicely done with a very fast time. Winning by 5 lengths. He basically won in a trot that day. Came back to run at York after that against some tough horses where he never had the turn of foot. Something must have won a miss because you can see the horse for nearly a year after that, or 10 months. Came back to run a decent place off the bench at Leicester, and then a few weeks ago at Haydock over the 6. He got down the race course well with a decent 4th. Refreshing here, a very good handicap for him. He could win. I would use him in the quad pod. But to recap my selection for the 5th now, the 7:30 from Windsor, going to take the 6-horse Sky Warrior. Give kudos to the 7-horse to Good Biscuit. 673 tri-cast trifecta. 6-7 in the multi-race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.